Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 61, which Han Feng muttered to himself, in 2 or 3 days, these 2 human essence fruits will mature, and I will have 3 human essence fruits by then. 3 human yuan fruit, enough to make me rise to the late stage of human rank 1 star and even the peak. If you are practicing purely with spirit stones, you need at least low-grade and middle-grade spirit stones to have a greater improvement. If so, it takes dozens of them to reach the peak of human rank. There are not many low-grade middle-grade spirit stones from the Han family, and it is impossible for me to have dozens of them. Thinking like this, Han Feng's gaze looking at Ren Yuanguo became even more fierce, but unfortunately he has not reached the limit of the late mortal stage now, otherwise he must refine the human Yuanguo to break through to the ranks of human ranks in one fell swoop. After thinking about it, Han Feng came to the 5th layer of space again. In the past 10 days, the 7-story space of the Nine Flames Skyfire Tower has been fully opened by Han Feng. The 5th floor is the animal breeding space. The animal breeding space is currently at the 1st level and can only raise 1 monster. Han Feng didn't rush to hunt Warcraft. Once hunting a monster in the animal breeding space, it cannot be changed. If you casually find a monster, the blood is low, and even if it is raised with active fluid, the future achievements of this monster will be limited. It is better to wait for a suitable time in the future to choose. The 6th space is the soul search space. This space is a place to punish the enemy. Here, the enemy will be severely punished. The higher the level, the more severe the punishment. Not only that, it consumes a certain amount of source fluid, but can also search for the enemy's soul and get some information in the enemy's brain. The soul search space is currently only level 1, and it searches for the souls of the fan level and the human level. The 7th floor is the storage space. In the City Lord's mansion, it's not easy for Han Feng to directly put Ren Yuanguo in the 7th floor of the storage space. It's too obvious. If it's seen by the Lord, it's too late. Although this possibility is very slim, the Lord probably just thinks Ren Yuanguo was put in the storage bag, but Han Feng didn't want to have such a slight possibility. It turned out that Han Feng had another good storage belt. Now, everything that Han Feng has is in the 7th storage space. After practicing for a few days, Han Feng finally left the customs. Since the source fluid refined by Kai Kai flower petals is exhausted, the source fluid used for Han Feng's cultivation these days is the source fluid refined from the lower grade and lower grade spirit stones. Obviously, such a source liquid is not as effective as open source flower petals. A few days of cultivation, it is only worth 50%, nearly 60%. My practice speed is a bit slow, and the low-grade medium-grade spirit stones given to me by the family have already been used by me for Ren Yuanguo. Ren Yuanguo has matured, now there are 3, and Ling Tian has made 2 new ones. Unfortunately, the source liquid is insufficient. In my current situation, there must be a large number of low-grade medium-grade spiritual stones or a part of low-grade high-grade spiritual stones in order to satisfy my practice and cultivation of human essence fruit. Not as good as. Han Feng had a decision in his mind. After exiting the customs, Han Feng walked towards the gate of Han's house, and met Han Lin on the way. Han Lin waved his hand. "Oh, but I finally got out of the gate, how are you doing?" Han Feng did not conceal, it has broken through to the late mortal stage, and has accumulated a lot of attribute qi. Han Feng did not say how much it had accumulated. Less than a month after the end of the family trial, from the 7th main vein cultivation to the later stage of the mortal stage, the concentration of nearly 60% of the attribute qi, this speed is too terrifying. Chang Wenhua, who took part in the family trial at the beginning, is only at this level. Han Lin cried and said, "I shouldn't ask you, it's too shocking. Sister Ro can only get through the 8 main veins." Han Feng touched his nose, not knowing what to say. Han Lin recovered by himself, and said with interest, "Looking at your direction, do you want to go out?" Han Feng nodded, "Yes, what's the matter?" Seeing Han Lin's expression, why did he look confused? Han Lin's face was horrified for a moment, and he immediately persuaded, "Han Feng, you can't go out during this period. It is said that a witch has come to our city." "Witch?" Han Feng's face was full of confusion. Han Lin looked a little embarrassed, and talked about the deeds of the witch. "I heard that this witch came from Xuanqing City. I don't know exactly what it came from. I only know that the Lin family, the first big family in Xuanqing City, issued the wanted order. This Lin family is also a profound level force. I heard that there are several profound level powerhouses in the clan. Other profound level cities don't know. Our human mid-city is only a human level city, but we want to give a bit of face and want to be wanted together. The reason why the Lin family issued the wanted order seems to be that this witch has cultivated some magic skills to collect yang and nourish yin. Many Lin family men were picked up by this witch and eventually died. Recently, I heard that this witch has come near our human mid-city. There are already some human-level strong recruits who have been inhaled. Although we are not old, our spirits are the purest, better than those who linger. The adults in the place are much more pure, and it is the witch's target. Speaking of this, Han Lin trembled, a little scared. Han Feng opened his mouth wide, speechless. There is such a woman. But when I think about it carefully, it's okay. There are so many weird cultivation methods in this mainland, and everything is available. It's not impossible to pick up yang and replenish yin. Maybe there is still the work of harvesting yin to replenish yang, and Han Feng noticed that this which started the subject did not have the youth that Han Lin said www. Until novel. I think the rumors should be different from the truth of the witch. After all, this was released by the Lin family, right? What the facts are, no one knows except the person involved. Although Han Feng has not experienced much in his previous life, he still knows that he can't blindly assume that the gossip that comes out is true. Frowned, Han Feng decided to go out. He didn't have such a bad luck to run into that witch. Han Lin saw that dissuasion was useless, so he had to solemnly say, "Go early and return early, don't be caught by the witch." Seeing Han Lin being so solemn, Han Feng suddenly wanted to laugh, feeling that he had become a white rabbit and the witch had become a wolf. Alright, I won't be so bad luck, don't worry, I will come back safely. After saying this, Han Feng left. Leaving Renshonking, Han Feng immediately hurried towards Yufeng Mountain. Han Feng's decision was to go to the Yufeng mountain range to hunt the 5th level early monsters. With his current strength, plus the cultivation of the mysterious flame chain, some weaker 5th level early beasts are likely to be killed by him under the carelessness. Generally speaking, only level 5 or even above level 5 monsters have magic cores. The purpose of Han Feng is this magic core. Chang family, the owner of Chang family's eyes was dark, and said to the person below, "The news from the spy is correct? The kid really went to the Yufeng mountain range?" The kneeling person on the ground said solemnly. "Yes, the owner of the house." "Ha, good, great, God helps me too." Patriarch Chang suddenly cried out bitterly. Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 62, Chase. "Ha, good, great, God will help me too." Patriarch Chang suddenly cried out bitterly. Whether it was the death of Chang Wenjun or the failure of the Chang family to seize the first place in the family trial, the Chang family master hated Han Feng deeply. Of course, the most important thing is the speed of Han Feng's cultivation. In just 2 months, he went from cultivating waste to near the peak of the middle stage of the Fan tier. This speed made Patriarch Chang scared. Only by killing Han Feng can Patriarch Chang feel relieved. "Heida, you take your brothers to the Yufeng mountain range, and you must bring back the head of Han Feng's Xiang Shang head to the old man." "Yes," the voice on the ground said in a flat tone. Haida is an orphan that the owner of the Chang family secretly accepted. He has been cultivated in secret and has never been seen outside again. Not to mention the Han family, Han's family. Even in the Chang family, there are very few people who know the existence of Haida. Cultivating Haida in secret, just to exist at this time. Haida cultivator is not even the Chang family's practice, so there is no need to worry about the Chang family's body. Even if Haida was discovered, the Chang patriarch also believed that even if Haida dictated himself, he would not confess their relationship with the Chang family. This is the result of his personal teaching for so many years. 9 human figures silently came from the secret road to the outside of the city. Haida was adopted by the patriarch of Chang, and from He 2 to He 9 was adopted by Haida. On the way to Yufeng mountain range, Haida could not help but reminded in a cold voice, "Little 8, little 9, you have not broken through the human level yet, but the limit of the later stage of the mortal level. You must be careful when encountering that Han Feng. It is best not to make a move and directly send the message give us. Heiba was a little unconvinced. Boss, a 13-year-old little furry boy, only 14 years old in a few months, we can deal with it. Heijio also nodded quickly. The other 6 people looked at Heide in amazement. According to the news they received, Han Feng was only in the middle stage of the common stage. Heide couldn't help frowning. This was also his doubt. Even if Han Feng was more powerful, he was only in the mid-mortal stage when he participated in the family trial. Now it's amazing and has just broken through to the late mortal stage. But the Patriarch's solemn order, there must be reason. Then said, this is what the Patriarch meant. Heiba Heijio glanced at each other, and curled his lips. The Patriarch looked at that kid too highly. Just wait for the boss. I must kill that kid to show you. Heide saw this, knowing that the previous persuasion was invalid, so he had no choice but to sigh, but in his heart he did not take the Patriarch's instructions to them. It's only in the middle and late stages of Fanjie. Not long after, 9 people came to Yufeng Mountain and entered in 8 directions. Black 8 and Black 9 have not broken through to the human level, the 2 act together. The depths of Yufeng Mountain. Bone breaker. Click. Roar. A tall monster fell to the ground. With Han Feng's current strength, killing level 4 monsters is extremely easy. Is the same even for the 4th level peak Warcraft. After touching his head for a long time, Han Feng couldn't help but smiled and stood up. Sure enough, it is too difficult for the monsters below level 5 to mutate to produce magic cores. Up to now, more than 10 level 4 monsters have been killed, but there is no magic core. I really don't know how the one-horned war wolf of the 3rd level beast mutated to produce the magic core. Kill more than 10 heads, take a break for now, and run inside. It is estimated that you will enter the territory of level 5 monsters. Speaking of level 5 monsters, Han Feng couldn't help but look solemn. Sitting cross-legged, Han Feng slowly regained his internal strength and exhausted physical strength. Just as Han Feng was recovering, Han Feng suddenly opened his eyes. What a powerful murderous intent, someone is coming. As soon as this thought fell, 2 figures appeared in Han Feng's sight. Both figures were young men in their 20s, but they were all dressed in black and looked at him with a cold expression. Hey, Xiaojiu, we are lucky, we found the goal. Heijio licked his lips. Killing this kid, we can get a lot of rewards, maybe we can successfully break through to the human level. That's right. Han Feng's complexion darkened, and the 2 men actually came to kill him. The 2 lords want to kill me? Why? Heiba sneered, how can there be so many reasons? When you die, ask thee of death. After saying this, Heiba suddenly shot. Remnant shadow legs. Heijio just watched with interest from the side, and didn't think Han Feng would be Heiba's opponent. Bone breaker. Boom. The huge force of the residual shadow's legs made Han Feng unstable back and forth, but Heiba also cried out in pain, and the bones of his knees were somewhat broken. Damn, this kid is already close to the middle of the late fan stage, not much behind us. Blackface no longer had the banter as before, roaring again and again. Heiba and Han Feng's internal strength gap is there, but it is no longer big, so Han Feng was repulsed, but Heiba's right leg was also severely injured and his combat power was greatly damaged. And Han Feng just got his body shaken, and it didn't matter. The only people who can pose a threat to Han Feng now are the strong human ranks beyond the ordinary rank. Heijio was shocked and angry. He knew the strength of Heiba, which was stronger than him, but he was injured in one blow. In an instant, Han Feng became dangerous in Heijio's heart. No wonder the Patriarch gave such solemn orders. He deserves to be Patriarch. It's hateful. If I obey the boss's instructions, you reading www.ukanshu.com will not get hurt. Heijio sent the news here without a trace. Han Feng injured Heiba and asked again, Your Excellency is sent by the Chang family? There is only one possibility. What can make Han Feng puzzled is that the tactics used by these 2 people are not very familiar. Heiba was naturally beaten to death and refused to admit it, but since Han Feng has identified the Chang family, he will not change it. Han Feng is very annoyed. The Han family has already cleaned up a large number of spies, but I did not expect that there will be more spies. It's so deep, I'm afraid that the Han family's status is not low. When did the Chang family arrange such a spy? They must report the news to the patriarch's grandfather, otherwise the Han family is in danger. You can only ask from these two people. There is a soul-searching space on the 6th floor of the Nine Flame Skyfire Pagoda. I want to know what is not easy. Thinking of this, Han Feng looked at He Ba and He Jiu with murderous expression. Black 8 loses a lot of strength, and the shot is Black 9. Skyhawk Claw. Black 9 is like an eagle, catching Han Feng. Han Feng's inner strength erupted, and a ball of flame appeared in Han Feng's hands. Go with. Han Feng let out a low voice, and Fan was shot away suddenly, burning it into ashes in the face of He Jiu's fear. Fan. Fan Hua. He Ba's eyes widened in shock. At this time, Han Feng moved on his feet and suddenly came to He Ba. He grabbed He Ba with one hand. He was injured in his leg and couldn't avoid it. The next moment, He Ba disappeared. Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 63, Battleman. The 6th floor of the Nine Flames Skyfire Tower, the Soul Search Space. Black 8 yelled in fear, what is this place, what do you want to do? He Ba was tied to the cross, and there were many ferocious imps spinning around He Ba. He Ba couldn't understand why he suddenly came to such a terrifying place. Han Feng's figure slowly condensed, and he said indifferently, Tell me, how did you know that I came out? Who is the spy you arranged in the Han family? He Ba had a pale face, because he was frightened by this horrible place. This thing was too weird. But even so, He Ba still kept silent. Han Feng raised his eyebrows slightly, and suddenly clapped his hands. Little ghosts, take care of this guy. These little ghosts laughed and laughed, as if they were playing with something interesting. As the subject of being toyed with, He Ba was not happy at all. I saw the little devil stretch out his hand to pull out He Ba's tongue, which grew longer and longer. In the process of He Ba's miserable howling, he actually stretched his tongue several meters. He Badong's body was constantly twisting, but he was unable to move under the pressure of the kid. His body trembled with pain, and big drops of sweat continued to shed. Han Feng clapped his hands again. The little ghosts stopped their movements. Han Feng said, Don't tell me now? Black Eyes flashed a few moments of hesitation, and finally he shut up and shook his head. Han Feng flashed his admiration to He Ba. After suffering such a hardship, he could still hold on. It is a pity that the two are already on opposite sides. Even if Han Feng admires a little, he will not let go of the father's feelings. Han Feng said in a somewhat pitiful tone, If you say it, you can still give you a good time, but you just don't say it. In that case, don't blame me. Let's go away. Suddenly, the cross and the kid disappeared suddenly, and the whole space returned to dimness. He Ba fell to the ground, panting, and hurriedly silently the tongue has been restored to originality. Is it just? Is it an illusion? He Ba thought with some palpitations, but even in the illusion, the sense of realism still made He Ba fear and shivered. He Ba looked at Han Feng as if he was looking at a demon, terrified. He Ba didn't believe that it was Han Feng who wanted to let him go. Maybe he would have more tragic torture next. He Ba is indeed correct. Soul search is the most tormenting way. The so-called soul search is a violent method that enters the human brain to search for information. During this period, the person being searched still keeps a few traces of clarity. The kind of pain, people who have never experienced it will never imagine the kind of pain. Once the search is over, the people searched will become idiots, or die. Han Feng raised his hand slightly. He Ba was floating in the air, and Han Feng whispered two words, Soul search. The next moment, He Ba let out a terrifying scream. Ah ah ah. He Ba kept tumbling in the air, his face was hideous, and his veins jumped straight. Kept holding his head with both hands. Kill me. Please kill me. He Ba screamed sorrowfully. It's a pity that Han Feng is searching for the memory in He Ba's mind, and he has no time to answer He Ba's begging for mercy. He Ba's screams gradually weakened, and finally fainted directly, fell from the air to the ground with a plop, and Han Feng also searched for some information. Han Feng thoughtfully, it turned out to be him. The Han family has a dozen instructors with foreign surnames. Although that instructor has nothing to do in the past few years, his status in the Han family is still relatively high. I did not expect to be a spy from the Chang family. This Chang family is very ambitious. Everything was arranged 10 years ago. I want to escape now. There are still 7 people on this Black 8. The strongest one is already a human level 5-star master, and the weakest is also a human level 1-star player. If I was caught by them, I would be finished. These people are the hidden powers of the Chang family, and even the people in the Chang family don't know much. Han Feng cautiously left the place before and hurried towards the exit. Not long after Han Feng left, He Qi came here. Heiqi's face is grim. Damn, Xiao Ba and Xiao Jiao were killed, that kid is so powerful. Unfortunately, no matter how powerful it is only a fan level. If you dare to kill Xiao Ba and Xiao Jiao, I will take your skin off and let you die. He Ba and He Jiao were finally adopted by He De. To He De, He Qi and others, He Ba and He Jiao existed like younger brothers. Brother was killed, how is Heiqi not angry? After surveying the place, Heiqi's nose shook, and then he smiled and ran away. Not long after Han Feng ran, he found himself locked in a murderous intent. Human rank powerhouses not only have their true energy greatly increased, but their souls have also undergone abnormal changes. It is impossible for the soul to attack or something, but it is still possible to lock a person's energy. Han Feng is only a mortal martial artist, and he cannot eliminate the aura that belongs to him when he stays in place. Han Feng's expression changed. Oops, I came after so soon. Human rank martial artist, he is absolutely not able to contend right now. The human rank 1-star is still barely, but the human rank 1-star rises. There is absolutely no possibility of victory. From the memory of Haiba, we know that Haida is a human rank 5-star, Heiji is a human rank 4-star, He 3 is a human rank 3-star, Black 4 and Black 5 are a human rank 2-star, and Black 6 and Black 7 are a human rank 1-star. Unless he encounters Black 6 and Black 7, he has the possibility of a fight. The distance between the two of them is getting closer, and Han Feng's hair is standing up. There was a sharp chill from behind. Water sword cut. Suddenly, there was a violent rage, and Han Feng's expression changed drastically. He kicked his feet on the ground and jumped to the sky. Han Feng looked down. I saw a azure blue water sword over a meter long hitting his original location www. Until novel. A big pit was knocked out on the ground, giving off a bit of cool air. At this moment, there was a sound of wind on the left side of Han Feng. The next moment, Han Feng was kicked by He Qi and crashed to the ground. Ahem! Han Feng staggered to his feet, spit out a mouthful of blood. He Qi also fell from the sky, looking at Han Feng coldly. Han Feng felt a little relieved. It looks like it's either a Black 6 or a Black 7. It's just a human rank 1-star. It seems that my luck is not bad enough. But even so, Han Feng still dare not care. Heiqi's hands suddenly formed marks, and then, another water sword appeared. Go with. Shui Jianzhan suddenly cut out. Bone breaker. A steady stream of internal energy is transmitted to the right hand, and the whole right hand emits a slight red light, as if it is wrapped in a faint flame. Boom! Han Feng flew upside down again. This time, Han Feng's entire arm was severely injured, and the entire arm was drooping weakly. The cold air was freezing the entire arm, and the already weak arm became more rigid and unable to move. Han Feng fell to the ground, trying hard to get up, but fell down again. Black 7 walked step by step, the blue light flickering in his hand, the water attribute infuriating condensed into an ice shape. Boy, kill my 8th and 9th brothers, I won't let you die so easily. He Qi had a grim face. 9 Flames Sovereign Chapter 64, Killer. Boy, kill my 8th and 9th brothers, I won't let you die so easily. He Qi looked grim. I will cut off your skin and flesh layer by layer, and endure the suffering. Don't think that the knife is condensed by the water attribute infuriating energy, it is actually stronger than the ordinary knife. As for the spirit weapon, it is impossible to possess with the strength and status of the Black 7. Just when He Qi approached Han Feng, Han Feng suddenly jumped up, blazing flames all over his body. The red flame turned into a light flame and shot directly at the Black Seven. Heiqi was taken aback. He is a human-level expert, a mere fan level, and he received a full blow from him, and it didn't hurt. I don't know where Heiqi is now. The previous situation where Han Feng couldn't get up was a lie at all, in order to lure him to approach. Water sword cut. Heiqi is a human-level powerhouse after all. He quickly reacted and quickly retreated. At the same time, a water sword burst and shot out. Boom! The water sword collided with the common fire, and a white mist suddenly rose. Han Feng's mortal fire has a mid-level power, but unfortunately, the condensed fire attributes are not very powerful, resulting in a limited amount of mortal fire, and its power is greatly reduced. But Black 7 is only a human rank 1 star, not even a 1-star peak. The water attribute true energy condensed by itself may exceed Han Feng, but in quality, it is far inferior to ordinary fire. As a result, this attack was comparable, and no one was injured. Han Feng breathed a sigh of relief and was a little excited at the same time. He guessed right. He now has a real offensive power that is comparable to that of human rank 1 star, even though such an attack cannot be launched several times. Black 7 can't stand it anymore. Was a tie with Chu Fanjia, which was an insult to Black 7. Looking for death. This time, Heiqi was really angry. Can't wait for Heiqi to make a move. Han Feng has already taken the lead in the white mist. Xianyan chain. Han Feng let out a low voice, a red chain appeared suddenly and shot away. A few days of practice, Han Feng's control of the mysterious flame chain increased again. The current mysterious flame chain is still a bit unclear, but it is much better than it was at the beginning. Heiqi didn't expect that Han Feng would have this hand, and a trivial mortal martial artist would be able to master human-level martial arts and attack from a distance. Heiqi had never heard of it. In an instant, Heiqi was bound by the mysterious flame chain. Heiqi grinned, "Boy, I did underestimate you, but it's a pity that you are a mortal martial artist after all. Your true energy is not pure, and the power of your human-level martial arts is limited." Heiqi burst out in madness. Infuriate out. As a human-level 1-star powerhouse, the exhalation of true energy may not be too far away, but it can still be done by wrapping the entire body. The azure blue chi came out of Heiqi's body, and the chain made a chuckle instantly. Even cracked in some places, and the chain was about to be broken. But at this moment, the tip of the chain suddenly pierced Heiqi's heart. Heiqi's face suddenly changed, protecting Morzhenchi in his heart. The tip of the mysterious flame chain was blocked. Black 7 laughed loudly, "Boy, now you know the gap with me, your chain can't pierce my body at all. As for the flame on the chain, is it the opponent of my rank water attribute Innocence? I can't even burn my water attribute Innocence. Even if I use most of my chi to protect my heart, your flames still can't break my chi." Han Feng's expression remained unchanged, but he sneered without a trace. Suddenly, Han Feng displayed the left hand of the mysterious flame chain, and a red flame appeared, which was the common fire. Fanhua rushed along the Xianyan chain. Fanhua is a very deep red color, and the chains of the Xianyan chain are only lightly red. The two merged and quickly turned into a medium red color. If the power of the Xianyan chain surpassed the basic martial skills of the first class, it has not reached the lower rank martial arts of the human level. So now the power of the profound flame chain has truly reached the lower rank of the human rank, even comparable to the relatively medium martial arts power of the lower rank of the human rank. Not good. Heiqi's face changed drastically. Heiqi is not calm anymore, his true energy is even more violent, and he wants to break the chains and retreat, but Han Feng had expected it, and he was supporting it firmly. At this time, Fanhua had already followed the mysterious flame chain and came to Heiqi. The power of the entire mysterious flame chain greatly increased, and instantly burned the water attribute infuriating energy of the Black 7 body. The tip of the chain pierced the true energy that protected the heart of Heiqi, and pierced into the heart of Heiqi. Heiqi's face turned pale in an instant, and a mouthful of blood spurted out. Han Feng tugged with his left hand and dragged Heiqi to him. Bone breaker. The current Heiqi chi is broken, whereas the excess chi to resist the bone-shattering hand. Bone Smasher is the basic martial art. The reason why it does not cause much damage to the human rank warrior is because the power of the human rank warrior far exceeds the inner strength, and can protect the bone-shattering hands attack. But once the true energy is gone, the physical quality of the human rank martial artist is slightly stronger than that of the ordinary rank martial artist, and it has not reached the level of qualitative change. Click, click, click. Heichi kept screaming, and his body kept making clicking noises. Not long after, Heike fell to the ground like a puddle of mud, no breath. Hoo. Han Feng also staggered at this time, reading www.ukanshu.com almost fell. Successively attacked 2 common fires and 1 mysterious flame chain with the fire attribute Jinchi. Han Feng's internal fire attribute Jinchi was almost exhausted, and only a few internal energy that had not been condensed into Jinchi remained. Han Feng wiped the cold sweat on his forehead. The Jinchi of a mortal rank martial artist is too little, not even 1/10 of the human rank. You must speed up your cultivation speed. When you reach the human rank, you can display more mortal energy. Fire and mysterious flame chain. Regardless of destroying the corpse, Han Feng left quickly. In fact, even if Han Feng wanted to destroy the corpse, he did not have enough infuriance. Soon after Han Feng left, brushing. A few figures came here through the mountains neatly. Heide saw Heichi's body, his heart sank, and his tone was a little heavy. We all looked down on that kid. With the strength of the mortal rank, he killed Heiba and Heijio. Now even Heichi is also killed. Simple. But this is probably already his limit, but in order to prevent accidents, we still chase together, so as not to be single. Who knows what else that kid has? Hey, second-class people changed their expressions a few times and did not object. The death of the 3 younger brothers made them never look down upon Han Feng. Several people even felt regretful. If they had obeyed the family's orders from the beginning and valued Han Feng, the 3 younger brothers would not be killed by Han Feng. Go! Hey shouted sharply, and several people quickly chased him. And Han Feng, while escaping all the way, stumbled to a valley. Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 65, which? Here is. Han Feng first looked around in confusion, and then his face became very ugly. Such a valley must be at the core of the Yufeng mountain range, occupied by powerful level 5 and level 6 monsters. With his current strength, if he encounters such a monster, how to escape? He consumes a lot now, even the first level 5 monsters, he may not be able to win, let alone the stronger ones in the 5th level, even the 6th level monsters. That is the existence that can be comparable to the mid-human rank martial artist, and only Heide and Heier can barely contend with those of Heide. Damn it, I ran away in a hurry. Sure enough, I can't be careless in the mountains. I think I know a lot about the Yufeng mountain range, but in the end I was lost. Han Feng's face changed a few times, and he suddenly frowned. Although the monsters here are powerful, they are in the depths of the mountains, and they are occupied by monsters of level 5 or 6. It is estimated that there are no monsters below level 5. If I am careful, I will not touch on. But there are a few black people chasing after him, and they will be here sooner or later. Instead of avoiding it, it's better to lead the Heide several people to the 5th and 6th level monsters, so maybe I can escape. Made up such an idea, Han Feng walked cautiously into the depths of the valley, turned a corner, and Han Feng's face changed drastically. I saw a huge lion beast lying there not far away. The ground on the ground was stained red with blood, and a burst of blood filled it. This is... Han Feng looked at this huge monster in surprise. This monster. Is it dead? Han Feng slowly approached, and the huge monster was silent. When he got closer, Han Feng suddenly discovered that a huge cut had been made in the abdomen of this monster. Han Feng was shocked. This beast was a 5th level peak or even a 6th level beast for almost 9 times before his death. Who killed it? How strong is this person? Mid-level human peak, or is it a late-level human master? Han Feng had the idea of retreat. Whether this monster was killed by humans or killed by monsters, the killer's strength was obviously extraordinary. Han Feng wants the Heidaji to fight against the monsters, which are also the 5th level peak or the 6th mid-level monsters. A stronger monster, Han Feng is afraid that he will be killed before he can let the two sides meet. Who is it? Just then, a cold drink sounded deeper. Han Feng suddenly fell back and ran away. Where to run? With a cold shout, a suction force acted on Han Feng, directly sucking Han Feng over. At another corner not far from the dead Warcraft, a figure dazzled Han Feng's eyes. Han Feng was sucked away without any resistance. Just when Han Feng's expression was frightened, thinking that he was about to die, he cried out with a shock, "Late fan stage?" With a plop, Han Feng fell to the ground. This kind of strength can also come here. It seems that you broke into it by mistake. Then it is not those people. You are good luck. This time the voice is clearer. Han Feng can hear it very clearly. This is a female voice. Han Feng patted his chest with a look of fear. Just now he really almost thought he was about to die. Raised her head cautiously, a pale woman sitting cross-legged, wearing a black robe with some dark red blood on the robe. The woman is in her 20s and she looks enchanting, but the scars on her neck greatly compromise her beauty. Senior is. Han Feng arched his hands in a low voice. The woman raised her eyebrows. Since you came to this Yufeng mountain range, you should come from Renshongking. Don't you know who you are? I was in your midtown recently, but I am so famous. The words are full of self-deprecating. Han Feng was confused at first, then he moved in his heart and blurted out, "Senior is that witch." As soon as she heard the word witch, the woman's face sank and she waved her hand. Han Feng flew out and fell heavily on the rock wall, spitting out blood. The woman's expression was cold and cold. "Yes, I am indeed a witch. Do you want to report to Renshongking?" Han Feng wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, shook his head quickly, joking, "If this is true, I'm afraid he will be killed by the witch in front of him." Han Feng's mouth is bitter, and I feel bad today. I would have listened to Han Lin's not going out. Not only met the chase, but also met the witch. Before, Han Feng had always thought that the witch was far away from him. Whether the witch was good or evil, it had nothing to do with him. He didn't know that he had encountered a witch now, and the witch obviously had no cold with the word witch. It can even be said to be disgusting. He just said a word and was knocked into the air by a palm. Han Feng shook his head quickly. "It is the Chang family who is chasing you." "I have a grudge against the Chang family, so how can I get caught up in it?" Although the Lin family of Profound Star City was wanted, it was only useful in Profound Star City. In other places, it was up to the Lin family to see whether their respective families gave the Lin family face. Renshongking City Lord's Mansion also released a wanted, but it didn't take it seriously. The City Lord has a deep background, not inferior to the Lin family, or even stronger. How can he obey the Lin family's orders and issue a wanted list to the face? The same is true for the Han family. It is said that in the early years, the Han family and the Lin family had some contradictions. These contradictions were not worthy of the Lin family's direct lineage. The news that came was that the witch was bloodthirsty and cruel, but who knew the truth? Moreover, this witch can escape even under the Lin family's wanted. Her strength can be seen to be extraordinary. It's okay to provoke such an enemy, and it's no good. Therefore, the Han family also announced their lives, and the people who sent it out also acted. Only the Hong family and the Chang family are wanted for the Lin family. But the Hong family also knows that the witch is so powerful, they don't go head-to-head with the witch, even if the witch has been injured according to the news. Only told the elder Lin who was staying at Chang's house of the traces he found. The Chang family was originally the same as the Hong family, but after a strong man in the Chang family was sucked into adulthood, the Chang family was furious, and the wanted ones were even worse. "You have an enemy with the Chang family?" The witch frowned and looked at Han Feng. Han Feng quickly said, "That's right." The witch's face eased a little, and then after thinking of something, her face became cold again. "How can I trust you? Before I get hurt and leave, please stay here. Don't let me find out what you do, or you will kill you." Han Feng heard this, his eyes lit up. "Senior, I'm being chased by the Chang family, and those people will be here soon. By then, Senior will know that the younger generation has not lied, and the younger generation does have enemies with the Chang family." The witch's eyes shone coldly. "Changjia, The Chang family and the Lin family are the same, but they don't have a good thing. Since you say that, I will wait here for a while. If you lied. Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 66, which Han Feng immediately said, if the junior lied, the senior could take the life of the junior. With the strength of the junior, you will never be your opponent. The witch no longer looked at Han Feng, closed her eyes and waited. Han Feng was completely relieved, and immediately Han Feng thought playfully, I don't know what will happen to Heide when he comes here and meets a witch. From the witch's body, Han Feng felt a great pressure. In other words, it is a kind of imposing oppression. This kind of momentum is much stronger than what Lin instructor Mu instructor. This is still in an injured state, and God knows how strong it is in its heyday. This witch is definitely in the late stage or even above the stage. In the valley, several human shadows appeared, staring at the dead monsters on the ground. The black face condensed, this is a mid-level 6 monster, it's dead. This kid is really lucky. He broke into the territory of the 6th level monster, but the 6th level monster is dead. He has sneered, that kid guesses that we dare not enter the territory of level 6 monsters. It's ridiculous. I am a human level 4 star. Brother, you are a human level 5 star. Together, we are at a normal level 6. Warcraft can also contend in the later stage. A few of our brothers, together again, will be able to kill the 6th level late stage monsters, and have the power to fight against the 6th level peak monsters. How can we be scared away by the 6th level monsters? Haida and a group of 6 people sneered and followed them. Han Feng was sitting on the ground cultivating, and suddenly the witch's voice sounded, boy, there are indeed a few regular family members here. Han Feng opened his eyes and smiled, Senior, I'm not lying. The witch snorted coldly, even so, I won't kill you, but you don't want to leave unless I recover from my injuries. Han Feng knew that this would be the case for a long time. Han Feng could see that this witch was badly injured and it was very inconvenient to move. Maybe there is a need for him, and it will be a ghost if you can let him go. And the two met for the first time, the witch would not trust him, what if he left to report? Han Feng knew that he would not report the letter, but the witch would really feel relieved. The Chang family is temporarily an elder who lives in the Lin family, and with the injuries that the witch is currently suffering, it will definitely not be that elder's opponent. But Han Feng is not complaining about the witch for not letting him go. Thinking in another way, if he is in the position of a witch, in order to prevent his own news from leaking, he is likely to kill someone, even if the person is innocent. It can be seen that this witch is not a cruel and murderous person. The previous news is most likely made up by the Lin family, in order to make the witch hate by others. Han Feng waited nervously. The witch is powerful, but she was injured after all. But the few people of Heide are in their heyday, especially Heide and Heier, they are even stronger in the middle rank. Soon, a few people from Dehe arrived here. Haida's face was startled when he saw the witch. Heier's face changed drastically, boss, it's the witch. The black third class behind him was even more frightened. An 8-star powerhouse in their Chang family was killed by this witch. Black face turned blue. The witch sneered, your Chang family is really lingering, so you want to be a dog of the Lin family? Shut up. Heide was loyal to the Chang patriarch, and when he heard the witch insulting their Chang patriarch, he was immediately furious. Heide coldly said, Witch, I know that you are terrible, but you have been seriously injured now. We are fighting each other, and it is very likely that we will lose each other. It is better to step back. As long as the witch allows you to let the Han family behind you, we will not be blamed. Han boy? The witch gave Han Feng a meaningful look. This kid is not easy. Han Feng was frigid by the witch and felt a little uneasy, in case the witch agreed. The next moment, Han Feng calmed down. This witch killed the Chang family, and both sides are already immortal, and the witch will not stupidly answer to the side. Sure enough, the witch coldly snorted, People of the Chang family, you have a good calculation. I gave you people. Not only did you solve your task, you can also tell my news to the old Lin family. I'm not an idiot, this kid is now in Baoding. Not only that, but your family members will also die. Black can't help but blurt out, sure enough, I am a bitch, toast, and not eat fine wine. The witch's face was cold. Are the people in the Chang family so brazen? No wonder there are so many disgusting things. I have taken care of the disgusting things before, and now they are replaced by you. Thunder Light Whip. A purple whip was thrown out of the hand of the witch. Golden Dollar Finger. Boom! The fight between the two was only a moment, and Hey Air flew upside down in an instant, slamming on the rock wall fiercely. Except for Heide, the others have not reacted at all. Haida was horrified in his heart. No wonder he can kill a human-level 8-star powerhouse, even if he is injured, it is so powerful. At this moment, Haida has a retreat. Hey Big Hands clasped his fists, Senior, it was our fault to be disrespectful to you before. Please let us leave for Chang's sake. The witch sarcastically smiled, just Changjia, how can I see it in my eyes? If you hadn't had the old Lin family and your Chang family, I would have uprooted your Chang family. Let me let you go, it's impossible. Black furiously, sure enough, it's a witch, even if you die, we won't make you feel better, brothers, do your best. Cracked Soil Thorns. 3 Flame Palms. Water Wave Palm. Burst Punch. Wind Magic Legs. Earth Thorns, Fire Palms, Water Palms, Flame Fists, Wind Legs all bombed out. UU reading www.ukanshu.com is huge. The whole valley is full of real pressure. Han Feng's face turned pale, he couldn't intervene in such a battle at all. Han Feng's eyes were fierce, it must quickly break through the human rank. In Han Feng's view, these attacks are undoubtedly very powerful, but for the witch, they are not worth mentioning. Thunder Light Whip. The witch gave a cold cry, this time the Thunder Whip was shot from 5 fingers, totaling 5. What kind of Soil Thorn, what kind of Flame Fist, is not enough for the Thunder Light Whip? 5 Thunder Light Whips easily defeated the 5-person attack. Among the horrified eyes of the 5 people, the Thunder Whip continued to bombard them. Ah ah! 5 screams sounded, and the big 5 were scorched and fell to the ground. Hey Air, who had been hit and badly injured before, saw this, and had to run away despite the grief, but a purple light struck him, and Hey Air also ended up just like Heide. Han Feng looked at all this in front of him blankly, swallowed and spit, I reined it, this witch is too sturdy to provoke. The witch was stunned when she saw Han Feng, and she sneered, my Thunder Whip is the best martial skill of the human rank. How can a group of people be in the middle and lower ranks to resist my Thunder Whip? Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 67, Refining Herbs. The witch herself is powerful, and she has mastered the ultimate martial arts of the human rank. Even if he is injured now, he can't play half of his strength, but it's trivial to deal with a few black people. After all, Heide is only a human-level 5-star, and the martial arts he masters are only human-level middle-level martial arts, and there is an insurmountable gap with human-level martial arts such as Thunder Light Whip. Withdrawing the Thunder Whip, the witch looked at Han Feng curiously. Although the Chang family and the Han family are hostile, the Chang family dared to send someone to kill you. It would be too bold, unless you threaten the Chang family too much and make it impossible. Not so. Could it be that you are the Korean style that has been raging in Renshonking recently? Han Feng's eyes widened, and he secretly said, I'm so famous? Was saying, it's the junior. The witch faintly said, it seems that your Han family is not wanted for me. Before I get better, you can stay with me, right? Han Feng shook his head quickly. Han Feng asked in a high way, Senior, are you injured and inconvenient to move? The witch glanced at him. Yes, before coming to Renshonking, I fought with the old man from the Lin family and suffered a serious injury. Later, I fought against the 8-star expert of the Chang family, and the injury deepened again. Now I probably can only exert the strength of the human rank 6 or 7 stars, relying on the human rank best martial arts. It is enough to compete with the ordinary human rank 8 or 9 stars. the meaning of which is very clear. Even if she is injured now, it is easy to clean him up. Han Feng smiled bitterly. It seems that this witch senior still doesn't trust him much, too. If he trusts people so easily, it is estimated that he will not survive now, and he would have been caught. This day, it just passed. The witch is healing, and Han Feng is also practicing quietly. There is a witch here. Han Feng dare not enter the Nine-Flame Skyfire Tower. Although the Nine-Flame Skyfire Pagoda will leave a dummy in place to confuse others, Han Feng and the witch are too far apart in strength, and they are very close. As long as the witch is willing, it is easy to find the problem. Without the help of the source liquid, just cultivating the Nine Flames' different fire art, although it is stronger than the basic exercises or even the lower level exercises, but for Han Feng, it is still unbearably slow. The next day, Han Feng said to the witch with some worry, "Senior, He De and the others did not return. It will definitely arouse the suspicion of Chang's family. Maybe they will search here sometime. It is not suitable to stay here." The witch frowned inside for a long time. "You are right, but my current body." Han Feng gritted his teeth. "Senior, if you believe in the younger would be willing to go nearby and pick some medicinal materials to treat you." The witch looked at Han Feng suspiciously. "You kid didn't intend to escape. Although I have a good impression of your Han family, if it threatens my existence, I will not be soft." Han Feng said categorically. "Senior killed the Haida several people, which can be said to be the life-saving grace of the younger generation. Without the seniors, the younger generation will sooner or later spoil the evil hands of the Haida several people. The younger generation just wants to repay the seniors' life-saving grace. If seniors don't believe them, juniors can also carry seniors on their backs and flee to other places." The witch heard this, especially the last sentence. Some believed in Han Feng, and then thought that Renzhonking had a good reputation on the Han family, not knowing how many times stronger than the Chang family and Hong family, the witch also reluctantly agreed. This is also a gamble. The witch herself also knows that she is inconvenient to move now, but the death of a few people in the He Dao will indeed cause the Chang family to search. In case she is discovered, she faces the old guy in the Lin family with her body and physical injuries that are inconvenient to move. I'm afraid of ending. With the witch's consent, Han Feng immediately searched for herbs around the valley to heal his injuries. There are no precious medicinal materials in the Yufeng mountain range. No, it cannot be said that it is not precious, but it has a limited effect on the power of the witch, the herb from the Yufeng mountain range. Having been in contact for such a period of time, Han Feng initially guessed that this witch is at least a powerful person at the same level as the Patriarch Grandpa. 10-star human rank. And he is a human-level 10-star powerhouse who has mastered the best human-level martial arts. Is the Patriarch's grandfather, and the martial arts he cultivates are only top grades. Is also a human-level 10-star cultivation base. Han Feng knows that if the Patriarch's grandfather and the witch are facing each other, the Patriarch's grandfather will definitely be defeated. If a strong person like this wants to quickly recover from his injury, at least it is a 6th-level pill, or even a 7th-level pill. After looking around, Han Feng found some good herbs that can heal the 1- and 2-star powerhouses. This medicinal herb is called Jui Jing Lingqiao, and it is the main medicinal material for refining the 4th and 5th grade pill. Han Feng suddenly came to the Nine-Flame Skyfire Tower. Put these herbs into the all things melting flame cauldron, and Han Feng started refining. The reason why these herbs are only effective for people with 1 or 2 star ranks is that the warrior can only absorb 2 or 3 points of the medicinal effect. If you equip some medicinal materials of the same level to refine the pill, you can achieve 5 or 6 points, which is no less than some top 5 level pill. Now I refining it into a source liquid, which can show 10% of the medicinal effect, which is comparable to a general 6th-level pill. For the witch, it may not be as effective as the 6th-level peak or even the 7th-level pill www. Until novel. But it can at least play some role. If these herbs are taken directly to the witch, it is estimated that there will be no effect at all. The refining of the melting pot of all things depends on the refining. Refining things that increase spiritual power, the role of the source liquid is also to improve cultivation. But if it is refining and treating injuries, the role of the source liquid is also to treat injuries. After the refining was completed, Han Feng dashed away, and at the same time brought out some source liquids to improve his cultivation. The reason why Han Feng proposed to leave to collect the herbs was that on the one hand, he really wanted to treat the witch, and on the other hand, he wanted to be honest and let the source liquid leak. This way, the witch would not think about other aspects, but thought it was Han Feng's own refining. In order to heal the source liquid, the witch can only be better to Han Feng. Increased the interests of the two people together. As for whether the witch would reveal it, Han Feng didn't care. If the witch does not disclose, it means that the character of the witch is still commendable. With the help of life, Han Feng does not mind helping the witch escape the wanted. Anyway, Han Feng himself has long thought of leaving the Han family for experience, as long as he returns after half a year. Can. And if it is revealed, Han Feng will naturally not really help the witch. As for the influence, his current source liquid is only effective for the mortal martial artist. Fan-level warriors are the lowest level of warriors in the entire continent. Such a source liquid is not worth the attention of those who are strong in the human level Shen level, and has limited influence. Waiting for Han Feng to return to the valley, it was already the evening of this day, and the witch and others were about to get angry. Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 68, Go away. Seeing Han Feng finally returned, the witch's expression was a little relieved. This Han Feng did not lie to her to leave. After all, it took a long time to leave, making the witch stern, looking at Han Feng a little unkindly. If Han Feng didn't say anything, then. Being stared at by the witch with bad eyes, Han Feng was suddenly stressed. This is very likely to be a master at the same level as Patriarch Grandpa. Boy, pick some herbs, it won't take so long, right? Han Feng immediately took out the jade bottle. Senior, the junior is not intentional. It is true that the herbs around are too low level. The junior has to refine it, otherwise it will not help senior's injury at all. Refining? Refining pills? Could it be that you are an alchemist? That's not right, you are only a trivial martial artist. How can you refine the medicine? The witch stared at Han Feng. Han Feng said, the juniors are naturally not alchemists, but there are other methods. If the seniors don't believe it, just feel it carefully and you will know. Said, Han Feng handed the jade bottle to the witch. The witch took the jade bottle and looked at it carefully. It's just an ordinary jade bottle. The witch concluded in her heart, disappointed with the contents of the jade bottle. You must know that all precious spiritual things, such as lingua, or precious pill, are stored in special jade objects. Han Feng smiled secretly in his heart. This jade bottle is produced by the Nine Flames Skyfire Tower. It can only collect and store the source liquid. Others have no effect. Otherwise, he can get a lot of wealth by relying on the continuous jade bottle. Moreover, the source liquid can only be stored in jade bottles and placed in other jade objects. Even if it is extremely precious, the source liquid will lose its effectiveness, and it is no different from ordinary water. Although she was disappointed, the witch opened the cork with a hint of hope. Soon, a hint of surprise flashed across the witch's face. As soon as the cork was opened, the rich spiritual power and the fragrance of medicine floated into the witch's nose. The witch has also experienced a lot, and she has a lot of knowledge, and she knew at once that this seemingly ordinary jade bottle is indeed a good thing. At this time, the witch has long forgotten why the jade bottle is ordinary. For a long time, the witch exhaled, I didn't expect your kid to have these other methods. From childhood to adulthood, I've heard that the healing medicine is all medicinal pills or the Lingqiao Lingui is used directly. See more. It's not right, even if it's not refining a pill, or refining it into a liquid, it depends on your rank. The witch looked at Han Feng in confusion. Han Feng had no choice but to spread one hand, and the red flames burst out. The witch's face suddenly changed, Fan Hua. And it's not an ordinary mortal fire, my god, when will a mortal rank martial artist have such a mortal fire? The witch looked at Han Feng with weird eyes, your kid is really perverted. It's no wonder that Chang's family would rather take the risk of killing you with the Han family. If you grow up, it will be amazing. Han Feng was scornful. The witch asked at this time, "What kind of medicinal herbs do you use to refine? Look at the strong fragrance and spiritual power, which is comparable to the pill of the early 6th level. This herb must be the medicinal material that can refine the late 6th level or even the peak. As far as I know, there does not seem to be such a herb near this valley. There is almost no Yufeng mountain range. If there is, the most powerful monster in the Yufeng mountain range will not only be in the early and middle stages of the 6th level, but it will be great in the late stage of the 6th level." Han Feng replied, "It's the 9-leaf crystal grass." The witch almost threw the jade bottle in her hand, looking at Han Feng with an unbelievable expression. "You kid wouldn't be lying to me, 9-leaf crystal grass is just a herb for refining a 5th level pill, this." Han Feng smiled, did not explain too much, just said, "Senior, please keep it secret." The witch took a deep look at Han Feng, and solemnly nodded her head. "Don't worry, in order to treat my injury, you don't hesitate to expose such a secret. If I don't keep it a secret, then I don't deserve to be a human being. Even if I die, I will never reveal the secret." At this moment, the witch really believed in Han Feng and trusted Han Feng. The witch's heart also set off a stormy sea. This world has a refining method that is more effective than the pill. For a while, Han Feng became mysterious in the witch's heart. The witch has a smile on her face. "Your name is Han Feng, you will be my younger brother from now on, so don't call me any senior. Sister, my last name is Lin Qingshan, just call me Sister Lin." Han Feng knew that he was really accepted by the witch, and he was also happy. Then Han Feng was a little puzzled. "Sister Lin, your surname is Lin, and you are also wanted by the Lin family. Could it be?" The witch's face sank. "Yes, I am from the Lin family, but I'm just a sideline. Those of the Lin family, sooner or later I will let them regret what they have done." The witch's face was grim, her eyes showed a little bit of hatred and pain. Han Feng is silent. This Sister Lin is a person with a story. The two did not speak anymore. The witch was busy healing, and Han Feng was busy practicing. When the witch saw Han Feng taking out the jade bottle that exuded rich spiritual power, she couldn't help sighing. "This little guy is really mysterious. He even has the liquid to improve his cultivation. If he grows up, he will be a strong man in the future. Maybe he has a place." UU reading www.ukanshu.com. Time is fleeting, one day has passed. With the source liquid, Han Feng began to practice quickly again. Han Feng's inner strength cultivation base was in the late mortal stage, and the condensed true energy was close to 60%, but now it has truly reached 60%, or even more. If you practice for a day or two, it will be no problem to reach 70%. After practicing overnight, Lin Qingshan's injuries have also recovered a lot. At the very least, it's okay to move. This made Lin Qingshan overjoyed. "I thought I would be treated for 3 or 4 days before, but I didn't expect to leave in one night." Thinking of this, Lin Qingshan said to Han Feng, "Brother, I can leave now, are you following me or?" Han Feng immediately said, "I followed Sister Lin, and the death of a few people from the Chang family will only make the Chang family hate me to the bone, and wish I die. Unless I stay at Han's house, my life is in danger at any time." But staying at the Han family, apart from the rapid growth and cultivation, other aspects are not necessarily the same. For example, combat awareness, etc., it is better to follow Sister Lin, and wait for Sister Lin to fully recover from her injury. It's not too late to return to the family again. Lin Qingshan nodded. "That's good, let's go." Lin Qingshan carried Han Feng and quickly disappeared into the valley. Not long after the two disappeared, Patriarch Chang had already prepared to send someone to search for Haida and others secretly. Within a few days, the traces of the battle in the valley were discovered by Patriarch Chang, and the helper invited by Patriarch Chang, the elder Lin. Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 69, Fan Level Late Limit. Patriarch Chang had a gloomy expression and said nothing. "Damn it, several people in He are dead, who did it? It can't be Han Feng. No matter how good the kid is, he is only a fan level. Even if Wenhua said, the kid has mastered Fanhua in advance. It's impossible to kill several people from hay. Especially depending on the situation, the second class of He Da He are together, and Han Feng is even less likely to have that ability. Some people in the Chang family did not dare to breathe, for fear of being affected by the anger of the Chang family master. At this time, they were also muttering in their hearts. They didn't expect that their patriarch had such a hidden power in secret. Unlike Patriarch Chang, Patriarch Lin is overjoyed. I saw Mr. Lin pacing back and forth, and then clapped his hands suddenly. Sure enough, this is a trace of Thunder Whip. When Patriarch Chang heard the words, he couldn't help but step forward. Elder Lin, have you found news about the murderer? Elder Lin laughed. Yes, it should be the witch who killed your Chang family. Patriarch Chang's eyes were red. Witch, it's her again. Patriarch Chang gritted his teeth. Elder Lin came here just to help the Chang family. After all, the Chang family contributed the most. Others such as the City Lord Mansion Han family are just superficial skills. Elder Kellen never expected, but found news about the witch here. Elder Lin suddenly said, the witch was seriously injured, she must not be far away, maybe she went to a nearby city. Patriarch Chang, the old man is one step ahead. After saying this, before Patriarch Chang said something, Elder Lin jumped and left here. Patriarch Chang's face was blue, and he whispered inwardly, old stuff, our Chang family has lost so much, so I don't know how to compensate. The Chang family wanted to favor the Lin family, but they didn't get anything. Instead, the family elite lost some. How could the Chang family master not be angry? But Patriarch Chang only dared to curse in his heart, but on the surface he did not dare to show the slightest disrespect to the Lin family and Elder Lin. Elder Na Lin, but the 12-star peak powerhouse of the human rank who has practiced the best human rank art in martial arts, is only one step away from the mysterious stage. Changjia. Patriarch Chang is still a little angry, but Patriarch Chang dispatched He Da to kill Han Feng. After Patriarch Chang calmed down, he sent someone to contact the spies placed in the Han's house to find out about the news. As a result, there was no information on Han Feng's return. Patriarch Chang couldn't help but frown. Is that kid Han Feng killed by the black or hiding outside? After waiting for a few more days, there is still no Han Feng's kid. After the family master Chang learned that the Han family had begun to panic, a smile appeared on his face. Soon Patriarch Chang said to himself, it seems that Han Feng is really missing, and it is estimated that he was killed by the black, otherwise the Han family will not get nothing after searching the mountains outside for a few days. However, when Han Feng is missing, the Han family will first suspect my Chang family. It is not suitable to completely tear his face. The official will bring the elders of Xian Ningzong here after 3 months. Now they are completely confronted, and they will only lose both. It happens that there is a little lady like a witch, so let's pin Han Feng's disappearance on the witch. The witch has already left anyway, what should I do if I want to see the Han family? Hey, it stands to reason that the elders Xuanningzong came to Midtown to select the elites to join Xuanningzong. It should be half a year later, but there are officials who intervened, but it was 3 months in advance. Hee, I really want to see the Han family, and Hong. The faces of the old folks at home were surprised. Patriarch Chang didn't think that Han Feng would have the guts to leave the city alone. It was too dangerous outside. The mere mortal warriors were at the bottom of the great Jin State warriors, and if they were not careful, they would die. Han family, the news that Han Feng was captured by the witch spread without knowing what happened. Han Lin heard the words, grief and angrily, I said a long time ago not to go out, but I was not obedient. Now that I am fine, I will become a corpse. Han Ro knocked Han Lin on the head in an annoyed manner. If you say anything unlucky, with Han Feng's cleverness, even if he is caught by the witch, I believe he can escape. When Han Lin heard Han Ro say this, his face was a little relieved, but he was still sad, and he obviously didn't expect much of what Han Ro said. Han Tiancheng knew that his son had been taken away by the witch, and his face turned pale when he brushed it. He sat there blankly, not knowing what to do. The brothers of Han Tiancheng were also sore in their hearts. They wanted to say some words of comfort, but they couldn't say it anyway. In the lobby of the Han family, Han Yu's face was pale. How did the kid who Fenger was captured by the witch spread so quickly? The great elder and others frowned, and they were also puzzled. You know, they blocked the news when they first heard about it. Nowadays, Han Feng has a very high reputation among the younger generation of the Han family. If the news that Han Feng is likely to die, it will be a big blow to the ambition of the younger generation of the Han family. Han Yu's eyes were cold. Our Han family definitely still has a traitor, the big elder. This matter is left to you. The last time we did not clean up. The elder said in a deep voice, Patriarch, rest assured, this time the traitor will never be allowed to escape. Patriarch, I suggest that this cleanup should not only target the bottom, but also the middle and high levels. Han Yu was slightly startled, and then nodded. In the lobby, everyone is unsightly. If the traitor is really a middle-level, high-level man, it means that the Chang family had the intention of annexing their Han family early in the morning. Maybe www. Until novel. The current situation of their Han family has been known to the Chang family. Once the Chang family makes a move, their Han family. The four elders said at this time the news leaked so quickly. Obviously, the people behind the scenes just wanted to sit down on the news that Han Feng was captured by the witch. Why are you so anxious? What does this mean? Han Yu suddenly said, yes, this is a suspicious point. If the old man expected it well, the news is likely to be false. Fomer might not have been captured by the witch at all. The great elder sighed, although that is the case, Han Feng is also very likely to encounter other accidents, otherwise why did he get such a fake news? Han Yu's joyful face suddenly stiffened. The atmosphere in the lobby became solemn again. For a long time, Han Yu's hoarse voice sounded, at least, there is still some hope to live. Time went round and round, and in a blink of an eye, nearly 10 days passed. Han Feng and Lin Qingshan, after experiencing many mountains, finally came to another city. Lin Qingshan's face is slightly pale. Han Yu worries, Sister Lin, your injury is still not healed. These days, you are taking me on the road day and night. Not only is the injury not healed, but worse, it is better to rest in this city for a few days and then hire. Leave a carriage. Lin Qingshan showed a smile, just follow what you said, brother, then, my brother, your cultivation speed these days is really eye-opening for my sister. How long is this? It's the limit of the late stage. Nine Flames Sovereign Chapter 70, Breakthrough, Human Rank 1 Star. That's right, after a few days, Han Feng smoothly progressed his cultivation base to the late fan level limit. The price paid was that the spirit stones that he brought with him were exhausted. Now Han Feng has only 5 human yuan fruit left to make a breakthrough and improve his strength training. When went out, Han Feng already had 3 human yuan fruit. The other 2 are grown by spending a lot of source liquid these days. Now that there is no spirit stone, the source liquid is almost exhausted, and Han Feng can't even cultivate the 6th human yuan fruit. The witch has spirit stones on her body, which can be the strength of a witch, and the spirit stones she cultivates are basically low-grade or high-grade. Is the low-grade top spirit stone? Han Feng also saw the witch bring out a few. Such a spirit stone, before breaking through the human rank, was not able to be refined by Han Feng at all. Han Feng made up his mind to borrow some low-grade medium-high-grade spirit stones after the breakthrough, so as not to cause too much suspicion by the witch. It is normal for human-level warriors to use low-grade spirit stones to practice. Han Feng Tanso, Sister Lin, you also know my ability. If it's still too slow, I'll just buy a piece of tofu and hit it. Lin Qingshan nodded Han Feng's head, even so, I haven't seen any mortal martial artist reaching the late mortal stage limit in just a few days by relying on the 3rd and 4th grade pill. Okay, let's not talk about this, let's find one quickly. Place to rest. I am going to rest for 3 or 4 days. With your spiritual liquid, 3 or 4 days are enough to restore me to 90%. You are now at the limit of the postmortem stage, and it is time to break through. The 2 successfully entered the city. This city is also a human city, but it is not as good as a human city. This city is called Renkangchang, which was only established 10 years ago. The major families in the entire city are still in a stage of fierce fighting, and Renshonking has formed a scene headed by the Chang family, the Han family, and the Hong family. Completely different. The same, because the city has not been established for a long time, the level of warriors in the entire city is generally low. The entire street is basically ordinary people, and only one warrior can be found out of more than 10 people, and it is only in the early stage of the ordinary stage. There are very few mid-fans, let alone late fans. The human rank is strong, and there is no one on the street. Seeing Han Feng's eyes rolling around, Lin Qingshan chuckled lightly, like this newly established city, it's not bad for a strong family to have more than a dozen strong people. If I'm not mistaken, this person is definitely Kongcheng. There is no master at the later stage or above. As far as I know, Ren Kangcheng has just been recognized by the Great Jin Kingdom, and is currently arranging for the city lord. It is estimated that there will be a city lord to manage it in 1 or 2 years. The reason why I chose here is because the level of the warriors here is low. Even if I get here, no one can threaten us. Han Feng let out a "oh," withdrawing his eyes, his face was disappointed. The two quickly found a top-notch inn in Renkangcheng and stayed there. There are 2 people in one room, each in seclusion. In the room, Han Feng took a deep breath, adjusted all the conditions to the best, and finally took out the human yuan fruit. Han Feng refined the human yuan fruit into the source liquid and drank it 1 sip, and the attributes in his body surged wildly. After Han Feng drank all the human yuan fruit source liquid, the meridians in the body already felt pain. Boom, boom, boom. The true energy in Han Feng's body is like a galloping horse. 9 flames in different fire art, train me. The surging true qi, under the suppression of the first layer of the 9 flames different fire art, gradually stabilized and pulsed towards the 12 meridians. 1 night's time passed quickly. When the next morning was approaching early morning, Han Feng suddenly heard a clicking sound in his body. The next moment, Han Feng's body shook, and his true energy was released. There were countless cracks in the whole bed, and gradually, Han Feng stabilized. At this moment, Han Feng is no longer a mortal martial artist, but a human rank martial artist, and he has officially stepped into the Hall of Martial Artists. Fan tier is only against warriors, just apprentices. Run level is the official warrior. In some small places, human ranks are even more mainstream martial artists. For example, Renzhongking, for example, Run Kongcheng. Han Feng's training is not over. If it's just a human Yuangua, it would be pretty good to be able to let the extreme martial artist of the late mortal stage step into the early stage of the first star. Ren Yuangua Yuan liquid is able to exert all the effects of Ren Yuangua. It is impossible to be the end point just at the beginning of the first star of the human rank. With the passage of time, it soon arrived at noon. It wasn't until this time that Han Feng had exhausted the energy of the human yuan fruit source liquid, and his cultivation level had reached the mid-level peak of human rank 1 star in one fell swoop. Is only 1 step away, and he can step into the late stage of human rank 1 star. Opened his eyes, Han Feng's eyes were full of excitement. It has been basically 3 months since I developed my inner strength. 3 months of cultivation from 0 to the mid-level peak of the human rank 1 star today. Even the children of the Great Jin Kingdom, few people can achieve this level. Han Feng waved his hand, Shenyan chain. The long red chain shoots out, staring at it incomparably, and after a slight sweep, there is often a trace on the ground. Han Feng has cultivated this profound flame chain for many days, and has been unable to reach the first stage of the profound flame chain. The reason is that there is too little Jinqi in the body to support it. But now that he has broken through to the mid-level peak of human rank 1 star, everything is different. If it is now against the original Black 7, Yu reading www.ukanshu. Calm Han Feng is absolutely sure to kill it in seconds. This is the gap between before and after. Guliolu. Han Feng's stomach rang. Han Feng felt his stomach, a little hungry. Human rank martial artist has not left the mortal womb. 3 meals a day is a must, some have a big appetite, even 4 or 5 meals a day. Only at the profound stage, the appetite will be greatly reduced, and there is not so much demand for ordinary meals. At the ground level, it is not a problem not to eat a meal for a day or 2. As for Tian Tier, not eating for half a month for a month will not have much impact. The legend says that beyond the existence of the heavenly ranks, it is also possible to absorb energy from between the heavens and the earth. As long as the heavens and the earth do not collapse and the aura between the heavens and the earth is not exhausted, there will be no possibility of hunger. Walked out of the room, just as Lin Qingshan also walked out. Lin Qingshan's eyes fell on Han Feng, and she suddenly said, "Broken so soon?" Han Feng just broke through. Before he had time to conceal it, Lin Qingshan saw through. Han Feng smiled and touched his head. "It's just a fluke." Lin Qingshan waved her hand. "It would be nice if everyone had you so lucky. It just happens that we are out together, so let's go down for dinner." "Okay." Han Feng did not refuse either. One floor downstairs. Han Feng ordered some good dishes, and then chatted with Lin Qingshan about other things. At this time, many people on the lower floor kept looking at Lin Qingshan with vague eyes.